Hi folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to try out Mysterium. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 10 bucks. It's based off of a board game that I have never played before. I did run through a practice game just to sort of get my feet wet. There's also a how to play section under the options menu. Speaking of which, it's in the upper left hand corner here. There's music volume and sound volume. I've got the music off for the sake of the commentary and to prevent copyright issues. Windowed mode, screen resolution, language, how to play, account management, all that. How to play. Basically, Mysterium is a cooperative game about a murder mystery. Players play either as psychics or a ghost, and they have to solve a murder mystery in 8 turns. The role of psychics is to help the ghost reconstruct the events of his murder by guessing the correct sequence of character, location, object cards. You can see the list of suspects at the bottom of the screen. Tap a small character card to see a bigger version. So basically, one player is going to be the ghost and the other players are going to be the psychics. The ghost has a deck of cards and we'll be giving these clue cards to the different players or the psychics to try and help them guess the correct person. Once they guess the correct person, then they move on to the location. And then once they guess the correct location, they move on to the object. Once they guess the correct object, then they reconstruct. There's one final round where they have to reconstruct a who, where, and how kind of thing. Sort of like in Clue. But if players manage to get all of that right, then they win the game collectively, which is kind of nice. But there's more to it than that. I mean, I can cycle through all of this if you want me to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do a quick 2-player game solo, and I'll be the psychic, I guess. But there's quick play, online, blitz, and solo. I do not have a Asmodee account, which is what you need to create in order to log in and play with other people. There's social and chat here, but again, you have to log in to do so. Under solo, though, you can play against the AI in any configuration you want. Player settings 2 through 7. When you're playing, I think, with 2 or 3 players, there's something called clairvoyance points or chips or something like that. You can vote on other people's guesses, and if you're right, you get these points to help you earn more cards, something like that. But in a 2 or 3 player game, you don't get that. I'm going to go ahead and put it on easy, and my role selection, I'll be a psychic. Now, in this particular mode, you control both psychics when you're playing solo, and the computer plays the other role, in this case, the ghost. So I'll be trying to get 2 psychics to guess correctly. Alright, so, basically, now the computer is choosing visions for me at the moment. Okay. So, in this case, I look down here. Okay, so this person here on the left-hand side, this is one character, and this is the other character. So I got 2 cards here. I got 2 cards I can choose between. As the ghost, you'll have a deck of cards, like I said, and you can use the crow up here as the ghost to recycle and replace some of your cards. But as you can see, like, it's not all that apparent. I've got 4 character cards to choose between down here. And then based off of these clue cards, I've got to try and figure out what the heck he's trying to tell me. So I've got like a character with a picture of a guy here. There's a wand. So this guy is probably like a magician of some sort. So does that fit any of these pictures? That the clues that the ghost is giving me? It doesn't look like it. This one's got a lion, a lady with a telescope, some people down here, and camels, and a ship. I don't think that's a magician, but that's just me. And then we've got this ghost or Grim Reaper looking character. That's also a clue. So let's go to the next person and see if there's any help here. Let's see if there's any similarities. Well, there's a picture of a lady in this clue card, and this is a lady. So that might have something to do with it. There's a ship. I don't see a ship or a bell or anything like that. And you've got this. Oh, I've got 30 seconds to make a choice and lock this in. So I better do this more quickly. Grim Reaper, thinking. Okay, it looks like he makes stuff. This one looks, she's looking fairly old, so maybe that's what, red apples, red yarn. Alright, we'll choose that. And then this character, I don't have a whole lot of choice. We have to, alright, Alright, if you don't pick in time, you get a random character. You pick, the computer picks a random character for you. But now you get the idea. Now, if you don't guess correctly, you go to the next round. And you've got a total of 7 rounds to guess correctly. One character guessed correctly, the other one did not. Alright, so this character here has... Okay, so this... I did not make the correct choice, I think, with this character. Now, because it's grayed out. So now I've got between these 3 to choose between. Alright, so there's a picture of a rat. He's got sort of like a trench coat on. And possibly a hat, but I can't tell. This lady has a hat on too. So, but again, it's hard to tell. I mean, there's a glass here, and there's glass containers here. So maybe this is it. So I'll choose this for her. And then for this character, there's a ship and a bathtub with a ship in it. We're on to the where cards now with this particular character. We guessed correctly with him in the last round. Actually, I don't think we guessed correctly. They just choose it randomly. So it may be something with water, if we can find... Like, there's a swimming pool, for example. So that might have something to do with this picture. Let's choose that. Alright, let's proceed. Let's see if we guessed correctly. Okay, we guessed correctly on both. So this character is now on the where. This character is now on the weapon. 5 hours left. You have a vision. Okay, so there's a cannon here. What weapon down here best fits that description? A gun? Well, a gun propels stuff, so does a cannon. So I'm thinking this is the correct one. Over here we've got a saw, a whip, and a sickle. But how does that help me with the location? Well, there's a tool here. These might be tools, so maybe that might be the correct one. Okay, that one is in. This one is not correct. I'm thinking this might be it because this is a tool here, and these are tools. So let's go ahead and choose this. Hit yes. Did we guess correctly? Looks like we did. Okay, so both characters guessed correctly. Well, I guessed correctly. Now the ghost is going to give us more clues. The one guy has to guess the weapon. Alright. Bunch of arrows here. Now the gun was already chosen for the other character. Hammer. Candlestick. Alright, so which one? Okay, there's a little horseshoe down here. There's arrows, bows and arrows. Tire marks. Trying to figure out. Is that a ladder? A hammer. Okay, well there's a little nail here. I wonder if this hammer could, maybe the ghost is trying to tell me, hey, look, there's a little nail here. Here's a horseshoe. You need to hammer nails in the horseshoe. I don't know. I'm just gonna go wild with this. Let's find out. Actually, can we do anything with him? The events are reconstructed. Okay, so we just have to wait on this character to guess correctly. And once we, yeah, chosen, the events are reconstructed. Okay. So how do we move on from here? Chosen. Alright, I'm good. Yes. Did I guess correctly? Looks like I did. Now that everyone here has guessed correctly in all 3 places, the person, the place, and the weapon, now we're at the suspect lineup. And this is where you're going to be given some clue cards, and you have to guess between 4 different people, places, and thing sets. So there's a picture of shoes and a door, a house, keys. Any of this telling me anything? I don't know. Let's move on to the next card. There's a man and a woman on 2 opposite sides of a door. What's that going to tell me? Doesn't look anything, really. Unless... I mean, that could... That could mean anything. What's the next one? All right, teddy bear. Does that strike me? There's a light here and a candlestick. Maybe that has something to do with it. Key. And there is a key in this picture here. I could, I think, zoom in on that. There's keys on this picture, and there's a key on the wall here, or keys on the wall. So I think this might be the correct set. So I'm going to choose this set here. Now, how this ties in, I have no idea. Well, actually, she's wearing a hat, and she's wearing a hat. That could be it. But, all right, let's go with this. Revealing the true culprit. We'll see if we're correct. All right, we got it. Okay, I'll take it. Case closed. So the killer, I got a first try bonus. Again, first try, 200 streak, 500 streak. Guess the culprit, win the game. So I got a total of 9,000 points for that. Now again, that was the solo game. You can play as the ghost too. Like, you can pick cards, and the computer has to try and figure out what you're trying to tell it. So you could do that. There's a story mode here. Young apprentice, clairvoyancy, die another time, and these are basically different cases, but I'm not going to do that. I think you guys get the idea. And like I said, if you play with more players, like if I played with 7, I can vote on other characters' choices or other people's choices, and if I guess correctly, I get these clairvoyance points or whatever, and then I'll get special bonuses for that. And again, there is a how to play section here. And I'm new to the game, by the way, and I picked this up relatively quickly. So, and I don't know everything that there is to know about the game, obviously, but I picked it up enough to just win. So I think that should tell you something. Choose a suspect. Oh, clairvoyancy 1, 2, and 3. The sooner you guess, the more clairvoyancy points you earn. The more clairvoyancy points you earn, the more cards you will see in the last phase of the game. Okay, so that's what that's all about. And clairvoyancy. Another way to earn is to vote on other psychics' choices. You just drag and drop onto other people's choices, like a yes or no kind of thing. You will receive extra clairvoyancy points for each correct guess. To see the other player's clairvoyancy points, tap and hold your clairvoyancy icon. So yeah, you get the idea. There's timers, a lot of other instructions here that I'm not going to get into. Shared visions, straw polls. So yeah. So that's a quick look at Mysterium. Again, I didn't go over everything that the game has to offer, but so far I'm really liking it. If you guys want to see more gameplay, let me know. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to my YouTube channel and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.